All right, I think we're up and running, baby. Woo! Okay, so I got something fun for us today. Hello there, my name is Chris Palmer. In today's link building SEO video on how you can get high quality free backlinks for your website in 2021, I have two things that I want to go ahead and do today with you, for you. I think it'll be a lot of fun. The very first thing is we are going to go ahead, I'm going to share with you 3 links that I got within a small little package. They happen to be EDU links. It's going to be a step-by-step. I'll walk you through them. I'm pretty sure we can build them. One of them I know for sure. I'm going to walk you through that. I got them as part of a package, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. All right. Now, after that, what I want to do is I'm going to utilize a tool called SEMrush. And what I'd like to do for you is if you have a site or if you have a competitor, if anything that you want that I can do for you, if you want me to run a backlink analysis on a competitor, if you want me to do anything that you want, if you want a report, let me know. I'll run it for you. And let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So, the very first thing that I want to go ahead and share with you is this. We're going to go out to a site. And bear with me here. I just wrote these down quick. If I have to go back to the list, I will. But, so this is going to be SPEECH debate, speechable debate dot BINGHOM. And please note, I got these in a package, so I'm sure that these aren't like hard to get or anything. The package was like $80. So just to let you know, okay? So, but they are EDUs. I'm just trying out some other services just to see what's floating around in the marketplace. So, just so you know, okay? But, however, they should be pretty good. So, let's just take a look here. This was on the list. So, let's take this, and we're going to go out here, and we're going to see. Maybe I'm typing it in wrong. But we're going to take it out to here. Am I online? I am. Okay. So let's just make sure that we're doing this right. Okay. Bear with me here. Don't worry. I saw them. They were they were live. So we're going to see if we can go and create them, because if they did, then we can. All right. So this is one of the first ones. Okay. So I was able to find that. So I guess maybe this will be the easiest way to do it, is right from Google. The next one is connects, okay, .ctschicago.edu. All right, and I try to focus, because please note, you know, I run and operate a small little agency with only a few clients, one main client, mostly focusing on maps, and I do some affiliate for myself with a partner of mine. So when I do try to build links, I am aiming for EDUs. I'm in the training business. I only have a few clients. So these are the kind of links that I really like to go and get. All right. So if you're wondering, Chris, you have a lot of EDU links. Why? That's why. And I don't mind sharing them with you. So let's keep going on here. EDU. I got the live report last night, so I figured I'd share some of them with you. You know, just passing it on, you know, so that's that. I guess it's this one. It's actually like connects. Bear with me here. I'm doing this live. I just had the idea popped in my head. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out here and I'm going to share some of these. Hopefully this guy doesn't get mad at me, but, I'm sure it'll be okay. WIE, this is the next one. This is going to be 3 EDU links. Again, if you're just joining me, we're going to go ahead and do 3 links. I'm going to go ahead and share them with you step by step. We're going to go through the entire process together. You're going to get 3. Do follow links, I believe, that are edu.govs. And then on top of that, as soon as we're done, if you have a website, if you have a competitor, if you want a keyword report, anything, doesn't matter. If you want something that I can run for you, because the month's up and I have a bunch of credits left. So, hey, if I can do something for you, let me know. Put it in. I'll run a backlink report. If you want a keyword report, whatever you want, let me know. I'll run it through SEMrush and I'll give you the report. All right. So that's what we'll do. So let's do this first and then we'll get into that. All right. And then maybe I don't know what else I could do for you guys. Whatever I can do for you, I want to do it. So let's do this one next. So this one's a little weird. I don't know why I wrote this down so quickly, so sloppily. I can't even read my own freaking writing, dude. I'm like, what did I say here? What? Chris, what did I write here? K-I-E W, so much so that I have to search it on Google because I can't read my own writing. And I don't want to pull up the report because there's quite a lot of links on there. And there's a couple gems. I just picked the top. I just picked a couple out for you guys. All right. Remember, this is complimentary. So, so here we go. This looks like, that looks about right. But I don't remember there's not NCVOR. WYZ, okay, WIEK, this could be it. I'm not 100% sure. I know that I know we can get these, so, and I believe this one I built already, so, one of them I came back in here and I did another one for another account of mine, so, this one is actually pretty cool because they have a forum. All right, so now here's what we got. So here's the forum. It's going to be a .gov link. So that's pretty cool. I'm willing to share that with you guys. The next one here is an edu. They also have a forum. Okay, so this is Connects. This is an edu. And then last but not least, I believe that this is the one that I created. I think you have to go to like register. Let me see here. It's a funny one. They're funny, you know. They're kind of hard. They're kind of difficult. And that makes sense to me that it would be. So here we go. Create an account. Very interesting. Come on, Chris, get with the program here. All right, so before we get into these, so I shared the links first. You know, when I make these videos, everybody's like, hey, Chris, where's the links? I do not like to put outbound links unless it's to an approved site inside of my description. So the only site I put in there is the one that's approved, and that's mine. That's the one that YouTube said, hey, this one's cool, man. You could put this one in there. Anything else, I always put in the first comment, but that's why I shared them first, okay? You watch the entire process. I typed them out so much so I couldn't spell the freaking things. I just like scribbled it down off the list because I wanted to make this video. So, I guess we're really starting the video now. So, I'm going to have to come back and edit this. So, let's restart this because I didn't realize how bad this writing was. So, but that's okay. That's okay. We can go ahead and start this off. So, hello there. My name is Chris Palmer. In this link building SEO video, I want to share with you a step-by-step on how you can get 3 high-quality backlinks completely free right now, and that's what we're going to do. Now, I want to share with you a list that I received that had quite a few links on it, and I picked 3 of these edu links off of the list. Now, with that being said, this means if I went out and curated these links, that means that they're probably out there. They're not that hard to get, but they are edu and .gov. With that being said, after that step-by-step, what I want to do, because this is live, I want to go ahead and just give back a little bit since it's at the end of the month. If you would like a backlink analysis of your competitor's website, if you want me to pull their links, if you want me to get you a keyword report, organic research, if you want me to do any kind of report, give you the export, backlink analysis, anything, doesn't matter, anything, let me know in the comment section. I'll go ahead and give you the report. I'll send it right out to you, all right? So with that out of the way, let's not waste any time. The very first thing that you need to do when you're going out and creating links, in my opinion, is you want to go ahead and start with a temporary mail. Now, generally, a temporary mail that I like to use is going to be mail.com. Why? Because they don't generally get blocked that much, right? Because you can get like whatever you want. But in this particular instance, what we're going to utilize is going to be another fan favorite of mine, which is Gorilla Mail. G-U-R-I-L-L-A. Probably spelled that wrong. Mail, temp, mail, all right? So start with a temporary email, okay? I've been using this one for quite some time. Maybe I should stop, but I like it. I don't know why. It used to be on like page 20. That's when I found it. I have no idea how they do nowadays, but I like it. I like to come in here, go to GRR. I come right here and I just do Jake. That's one of my aliases. Jake Fletcher. I don't know why. I've been using it since the dawn of time. So, first and foremost, you will want to head over to, not this side here, maybe not this one here, but let's try this one. So this is wakalalisi.ncbr.gov.pl. So on this particular website, if you take a look up here at the top, they have a forum, which is amazing, and I truly appreciate that. Now, once you're on the forum page, it's going to look something like this. Now, once we're on this forum, the very first thing, and this is, I believe, one of the ones that I already did, note, I was already through here and recreated some of these after I had the gentleman do it. So, yeah, that's what I figured. So you don't want to just hit these more than once, and if you do, change your IP address. I'm not logged into a VPN, so this one here, you're going to have to sign up, but I was just on here. So you have the link now. This is a .gov, all right? So don't go completely ham with this particular link. But here you go. Here it is. I already created it, but here's the actual registration, as you can see up top, and I'll give you a second if you'd like to go ahead and copy that down, and you can go out and create this one for yourself. Now, what's cool about these two, and how and why I like to go and gather these, is what you'll find is a lot of times, and I'm just going to give you a quick tip for creating EDUs and .govs, because I like to build them myself, and I have a footprint for it too. Maybe I'll share that with you guys too for Scrapebox, but with that said, what you'll notice is, like, see how they have a portal, and this one might not be relevant, but a lot of these sites will have other little subsidiaries, right? Like this one here, like Wakazini, might have another subdomain that does something else that's just a particular branch or subsection of this particular business. So sometimes it's really helpful to look at the sitemap or click around, start following some links, because you can really start finding other, like maybe other forums, maybe message boards, like all kinds of stuff. Like, you never know. So just do some clicking around and do some investigation. Sometimes you get very, very lucky and get some really good high quality links. So with that said, there's the first one. The score is a DA 54. The page authorities a 28. I think within there, I think they were like 25s, 23s, page authorities. Domain rating is a 54. Spam score is a 1%. Doesn't get much better than that. Okay, so moving on the list here. This is connects.ctschicago.edu. It's a good one. Not too bad. Not too bad. And what we want to do is we want to go ahead and create an account. So once we're inside of here, you need to go in here and fill all this stuff out. Now, again, I might run into a little bit of trouble because I just recreated these. I always do that when I'm getting packages or I'm testing stuff out. If I go out and buy them, I always get them. I'm like, okay, send it here, because I want to look at them first. I'm not just going to send them in. And then I like to go and create my own, and then I point them where I want to point them. And I don't just let some random start building links to my, no. So there's another small piece of advice. Don't let randoms build links to your website. Let them build them, give them to a buffer page, acquire those links, then take a look and see, hey, I can go build this one, I'll build this one, I'll build that one, because you also want to check, hey, is this a follow, no index? Is this an index and follow? Where's the link placed? What other kind of stuff's on the page? How many outbound links do they have? Like, there's a lot of stuff that you want to look at, all right? So just keep that in mind. Like, I don't just willy-nilly go out there and start building links. I have in the past, and it certainly hasn't been the most beneficial thing in my entire existence. So let's keep going on here, and let's make sure that the audio is on, and it is good. All right, so what we have to do is we have to find some trucks here. So that looks like a truck, that looks like a truck, that looks like a truck, that's a truck. All right, moving right along. I think, is that a tank? I don't know, but we're going to keep going on. So we're looking for more trucks. Is a bus a truck? I don't know. I think it's just considered a bus. So we have a truck, plane. That's a truck. That's a bike. That's a truck, and that's a truck. Okie doke. Moving right along. Okay, so we're looking for airplanes now. I'm not sure why they want to go ahead and do all this to me. Sometimes when I'm streaming, because of the connection, I believe, with the streaming software, it likes to give you a hard time. More as a personal note here, but let's do these airlines, airplanes. Okay. So we've been verified. We've been validated. So that's kind of cool. I'm just going to click on the G. We're going to use this one here. Okie doke. All right. And, oh, it looks like it's creating something or doing something. And this one has a little bit of a spam score. It's a DA48 with a page authority of 27. And I guess I don't necessarily have to like sit here and go through the whole process with you guys. It'll probably drive you guys nuts. I don't know if that's completely necessary, but I at least want to give these to you. Again, I got these in a package, so I'm sure they're not that hard to get. All right, so this is taking quite a long time, so we're just going to move on. Again, my objective here is to show them to you, get them to you, let you have them. I've already gone ahead and built them twice, bought them once, rebuilt them. But here, let's take a look at this one. So this is a DA71. This one's got a little bit of juice behind it. You know, this one's juicy. You know, this one had a direct correlation with the Kool-Aid Man. And I'm quite happy that I've stumbled across this one. I remember looking at the list and I picked this one out specifically because of the juiciness of it. Low spam score, super juicy, but let's see if we can go ahead and create another one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Jake the Snake, right? Jake the Snake Roberts. Don't know if you remember him. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do Jake. All right. And then... okie doke, artichoke. And then email. So we're going to come right up to here and we're going to go in here. So what is it? Jake, GRR.LA. This one's still dragging its feet. So yeah, it's just taking forever. It could be because of the stream. So I'm not too concerned with that. My objective here is to point them out and give them to you. But what we're going to do is we're going to do Jake at GRR.LA. First name, of course, is Jake. Last name, Fletcher. Affiliation. We're a new affiliation. Oh, boy. Okay, so unaffiliated. I mean, I guess we could be affiliated. I don't know. Wellesley. Phone number is 941-368. Whoop. 368-1465. Upload a new photo. Use the default. I'll go ahead and give them a photo. That sounds fun. We'll go to I don't know. We'll give them this one. EX. All right. Maybe it's not big enough. I have no idea. So this is the about me. So this is the section. You know, you want to fill these details out, all right? And I don't want to blast this in here again, because I was already on here, and I try to be at least kind of respectful. You know, like I don't, you know. So again, there's 3, 2 EDUs, 1.gov. You know, I don't necessarily want to go through the process yet again, but there they are. Hopefully they're beneficial to you. Again, do some analysis, take a look, see if it's something that you want pointing at your site. Not every, yes, a link is a link, but not every link is a good link, right? So you can make that decision for yourself. Now, moving into this, if you have anything that you would like me to take a look at, all right, perhaps maybe you want a keyword report. Maybe you want, I don't know, anything. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe you want some backlink analytics. Maybe you want, I don't know, if there's anything that I can do for you, all right, and you're a subscriber, I've seen you before, right? If there's any way that I could help you out, go ahead and throw it into the comment section. I'll be happy to share anything that I possibly can with you. It's certainly not a problem at all, all right? So let's go ahead and welcome everybody. It looks like we have bad Bad Ain Ratchet says hello. Rathy CS says hi, Chris. Hello to you. And again, too, if you enjoyed any of the details so far, please, a thumb would be greatly appreciated. If you disliked it, a thumb down. You know, that helps other people find the video. I mean, I don't know why that's the system, but that's the system, right? That was me doing a check. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Abda AD says, hey, Chris. Hello to you, my friend. Thomas the Train Toys and More. Hello to you. Don Shafa says, hello, brother. Hello, Don. Good to see you. Soup Warrior says, where's a good place to get good link lists from like you do? Well, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, right? So like I don't really go looking that much anymore, right? They generally, I've built relationships with quite a few people. And as I have been working on my own brand and working on stuff, the more I realize that my value proposition maybe isn't the entire process of the client, but maybe the white label service, right? And I've always thought this to myself, because I do have access to a lot of things for a lot cheaper, you know, that's way better quality, a lot cheaper. Like, there's just massive, in my opinion, I think that the you know, I don't, you know, it's hard to find these lists, right? So, Soup, man, it's just from time, you know, trial and error, working with different vendors, people saying, hey, Chris, I have a new PBN, you wanna sample? Or, hey, Chris, you know, here's a sample of my work, take a look at it. And then me saying, all right, here's $100, let me see what you have. Then there's gentlemen and ladies, a few ladies that I've worked with in the past that I just know that they have quality work, and whatever they have, I just consistently get it. If there's something new, I'll go and buy it, right? Which is kind of the case with this. You know, a particular gentleman that I work with, he started offering EDUs. And I was like, dude, I need some EDUs. Why don't you send me over an invoice? And he said, Chris, how about this? I'll give you the deliverable, and then I'll send you the invoice. I said, even better. Let's do it. Go ahead. But yeah, Soup, that's how it goes. If you're looking for something like that, let me know. Or a tip, how to find this kind of sites to build links. Guest posting seems to be ineffective because it relies on others' approval. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, and you know, guest posts that are on highly relevant websites are very effective, very helpful. But still, I mean, if you're getting a link really is a link, you know, and over the course of time, they're not as powerful as they once were. I think that it's, if there's a scale of 100 things, you know, some of them just have a lot more weight than others. You know, links are probably just one of 100 things that you need, right? And I don't think that you need a lot of them. I really don't. At all. It depends on your niche, though. So, hello, what is the best automation link building software for you? The most complete and efficient? I mean, for me, if I'm going to do automated link building, then I use GSA. I generally, you know, when you're dealing with client stuff, it's very hard to just fire up a tool and point it in at something. So usually there has to be some types of other assets in place in order to do that, right? So if I am going to power up other assets as like a tiering structure, then I'm going to utilize GSA. I've been using it for a very long time. It's just a tool that I like. It's always worked. It's got a lot of links. You know, I've been scraping links. I buy links. I buy lists. I scrape links. I mean, I got a lot of links, you know, and that's it. So hire a team to do SEO, or do I dive into it? So local business near me. You know, there's a lot to learn, but you can get very far ahead. You know, you can get really far ahead. It depends on you. Like, do you have more money than time? Because if that's the case, it might just be worth it to you to hire it out. you know, unless you want to be an SEO or unless you want to learn it, it would be best to just pay the entry fee, because you're paying for all the lessons that had to have been learned, right? Like if you can get somebody to do a quality job, get your 50 posts up, get your product pages up, get your service pages up, does a fair quality design, manages it, watches it, curates the leads, gets you ranking, takes care of backlinks, right? Has you up like on a good process, a good system, and they're looking at $1,500 or $2,500 a month. You know, that's an investment for the next 4 or 5 months. Is that worth it to you? You know, I would say so, because it's going to take you, because it would be nothing to go have somebody set up the site and then write some content. But I think that there's a lot more to it than that. So, you know, it just depends on you, depends on your business. It depends on how much you're making. It depends on how much time you have. And is it a passion? Because there's a lot of hard lessons that need to be learned as you're performing SEO. So, best wishes to you, in my opinion, right? I would look for somebody that I personally, at this point in my life, I'd rather just pay somebody that knows exactly what they're doing. They're going to give me a fair offer. They're going to do a fair job, a good job for a fair price, right? Because I need to utilize my time in order to build my business, right? Unless you're in the SEO business, I would rather just pay. So that's just my opinion. All right, so hire a team to do it. So Shashi says, Chris, does PDF submission sites get you visitors? Did you track any action through links in PDFs? I did track some of them. You barely get any traffic, you know, but what I did notice, and I'm still messing around with this. So what I have noticed, though, is you start seeing that PDF start popping up. The PDF starts getting shared. So I don't know if it's going to be traffic from that location or from other sites. I'm sure they will generate some traffic at some point. But what I'm noticing is they spread relatively quickly, especially when you upload them to, say, 30 different PDF sharing sites. You know, it gets distribution, man. And that's the name of the game. All right, so also does it help in ranking? So if you guys are looking for any types of links, if you want me to analyze a competitor, or perhaps maybe you're thinking about purchasing a website. Yep, I mean, we're on a public little platform here, but if you're thinking about looking at a website and you're like right there, you're about to buy it, or like you're really thinking about it and you just want a second pair of eyes on it, I'll be happy to take a look at it briefly for you. Of course, have your buy finger ready, so, you know, because there's other people that could be watching. But aside from that, like, you want me to look at a site, you want me to pull your competitors' backlink profiles. You want me to just do some brief keyword research for you. You want me to print you out a report, anything. Even if maybe perhaps, I don't know, whatever I could do for you, right? I haven't been on. I've been just producing content, like giving tips or whatnot. I haven't done anything to give back. So I want to answer questions. I wanted to give you some links. I want to give you some reports. I want to give you something. Let me give you something. Right? So, you know, that's what I want to do. You know? And no, I'm not, you know, being, it's just for me. It's just for me to do it. I wasn't asked to do it. So down the list here, Google News sites that you own. If Holly has them, can anyone do exactly the same? So, you can build them yourself. You can create them. You know, I don't know 100% about it. You know, I've only created one. Right? I did it one time just to see how the process was, just to see if there was an opening. It wasn't for me, right? There's too much upkeep for me, right? And as I've been going, I just want to stay focused on the main mission, the main goal, right? I want to offer one-off services and training, right? And I've been steering away from the goal for too much time, and I want to stay on the path, right? I want to offer good services for a cheap price. That's it. What do you want? Links, citations, press releases, whatever, good quality stuff for cheap. And then on top of that, I want to be able to give the best information. So that's it. Stuff that I see. That's it. And I don't want to get off that path. I'm working on building out more sites for the I'm working on building out more sites. So that's what I've been doing. I was thinking about maybe creating my own little Google News press release distribution hub. But there's just too much and I don't want to be at the whim of them. Like something could change. Like it's just not for me, right? I wasn't feeling it. I want to be able to buy and create and set up assets that are going to be very long term. I don't need to worry about it. I can create evergreen content and then offer my links, right? Or whatever the case is. Generate an affiliate offer, generate a little bit of AdSense, a little bit of Amazon, a little bit of whatever else I can do, more discounts, more coupon sites, whatever, right? I want to create assets that I can sell links on while they're generating affiliate income. That's one of my primary objectives, right? So, and I've been building quite a few of them. So awesome, thanks. Yeah. And these Google News sites, I mean, I don't know. It's to me, it's quite an interesting thing. I know that they're fast indexers. I completely understand that they index quickly, but I just want you to think about this, right? Let's be, let's be relatively rational SEOs, right? Just for half a moment, which maybe is not my strongest suit, right? Doing rational things, right? I like to just jump the gun sometimes, but when really take a step back and think about it, as an SEO, how come this keeps moving on me? What's going on here? This should not be moving. Ink to shape, ink to table. Here, let's clear the canvas. This should just be writing. All right, so let's do this. Yeah, shut the active pen off. Bring this up. All right, so think about this, right? I just want you to say, let's say that you're out and about, okay, and you're doing your due diligence. Let's say that over here, this is your main money site, okay? Here's your money site. All right, money site. So this is your money site. You go out into the marketplace and there's some links out here, right? Let's say there's these 5 websites, okay? Now, when you go over here to these websites, this one is, and we're just going to use a Moz metric, not saying that that's the best, but it's a lot that people understand. Let's say that this one here is a DA, I don't know, 3, okay? And this one here is a, I don't know, let's say that this one's a little higher. This one's a DA 5, okay? This one here is, this is a DA, I don't know, 2, okay? This one's a DA 13, and this one is, they're always under like 20, right? So they're under 20, so let's just say that this is a 9, okay? DA 9. Now, if you have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, let's say that this is a package, and 1, 2, and let's say that this package is being offered at $250, okay? Or even cheaper, right? So 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. Let's say that it's at $100 to $250. Would you buy those? Honestly, would you buy those? Right? And let's be mindful and think about this, right? Let's say that all of these pages are indexed, like the whole site's indexed, everything's indexed, but still the actual authority, the amount of referring domains, on top of that, they might not even be aged, they're probably less than a year old, right? They have low domain authority or domain rating or trust flow and all of that. Like the actual metrics that apply to SEO in most cases, right? They're probably general websites that have domain authority or DR rating or trust flow rating or whatever you want of this type of range. And the cost is anywhere between 20 to 50 bucks a piece per link. Would you buy them? But I can tell you that your page is going to index, and it's and all of my pages on the website are indexed. Are those quality links? Are they? You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't mess around with the Google news sites, because they just they just don't do it for me. They don't do it for me. I look at cost plus, like, I feel like Google's going to pull the rug out on me. And they just scared me away. So to answer your question, they just scared me. So I ran, you know? And that's just how I look at it. Chase, good to see you, man. You know, when you came, Chase, you put me on to something genius. And you probably didn't even know you were doing it. But Chase is slick, man. Chase, I gotta give it to this guy, man. I really like this dude. You know, because he gives... I like this tactic, this strategy for $1, right? For $2 or whatever the case is. Like, I started doing this on massive channels. When I see somebody go live, dude, I'll jump on there, and for $1 or $2, not only can I get the person to say my name right on stream. Like, dude, I was on this LAMHOF or whatever, this dude. Dude, he had 560 people live streaming with him. I put a message in there and I put Chris Palmer SEO on YouTube. I just did it like 3 days ago. Chris Palmer SEO on YouTube. Loves your channel. You should come check out mine. And he read it for $1. Not only did 562 people see it for $1, but on top of that, that video's, dude, the video's got like 30,000 views on it now. 30,000 views for $1. Like, dude, Chase is a genius. I love you, Chase, man. Thank you for putting me onto that. I noticed your consistency with that, and it took me a minute to catch it, but I caught it, and I love it, and I've been utilizing it myself, and I want to thank you for that, brother. This guy's pretty smart, man. I like the things that he's doing. This is slick right here. Very, 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 very good. But in any case, with that being said, and I also like this about Chase too, because I noticed on my name, Chris Palmer SEO, and I was going to do a video. This guy's smart, man. I like Chase, dude. He's a good marketer. Oh, yeah, look at this. I search my name, right? His video comes up first. This is slick, and I could have got it taken down, but I wouldn't do that. I think it's I like his style, man. I like Chase, and he always talks about me. I've seen him talk good about me, so he's helped me. He's a slick little marketer, man. You're slick, Chase. You're slick, dude. I like it. So like your index stack. So let's go back through any more questions. But hopefully maybe you picked up that little tip there from Chase and myself. He might not even, maybe that wasn't even his intention, but I highly doubt it. I think it was, because he's pretty smart. But I think that that's genius. What a great way to get in front of a lot of people very quickly for a very low cost. I think that's very, very good. And I've been actually, dude, I went over to, there's this dude, I see him pop up all the time. CoffeeZilla, I went right on his channel. Dude, the dude had like 1,000 people on a live stream. Dude, I paid him $1. I got him and his dude. No, it was $2, because you couldn't get the thing to pop up unless it was $2. I gave that dude $2, and him and the other guy said my name, right? The whole thing. Chris Palmer SEO on YouTube. I really like your whatever it is, but I wanted him to say the whole thing. Genius. Genius, genius, genius. I love it. And then that LAMHF dude, I had him say it too. This was just a few days ago on a live stream. It's crazy, man. But I learned that from Chase Reiner. And I'm not scared to say it. So Google just updated their algorithm to go after spam. Well, I don't think that was a new update. I think that that's been quite a an ongoing update. But yeah. Do you use SEO avalanche theory? I've been using that type of strategy since the beginning of time. I mean, I didn't think about it as strongly as they lay that all out, but I always figured traffic to be the true metric of authority. Like you know, every SEO that's been doing it for any period of time, you start to realize that, hey, my traffic is within this range. I know that I can rank keywords within this range. You know, it's like a common sense play. Like, hey, I'm able to rank within this range. And you're basing it off of not keyword difficulty, but the traffic score, you know. So I know, hey, if this keyword's volume is this and I've been hitting this range, I know that I could probably rank keywords in this range. Yeah. So yeah, I do, but I never put a name to it. It was just a you know, just common practice, I guess. I don't know how to articulate that. So so awesome, thanks. Yeah, local business, no problem. And Nathan, I'm sorry, man. I might have butchered that, but like you index your Google stack. So indexing the Google stack is relatively simple. And it's not the elements in the stack. You know, I hear flutterings about stacks not indexing or whatnot, and a lot of it doesn't, but when you start hitting that sucker with a lot of links, and you start getting start embedding these properties, more importantly too, like sharing the entire folder and getting that plugged in inside of other drives, that can be helpful. You know, I've had something I believe, and there's some properties just have a little bit better power than others. I think, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's the presentations. So like these, like they're hitters. You know, they do very well. They index, they stay indexed. They're quick indexers. And I've played a lot with these, so I like them a lot. All right, so I guess nobody wants anything, and that's okay. Just questions. That's perfectly fine. I was hoping I thought somebody would want something, but I'm assuming you guys probably already have access to tools. But you never know. I was hoping to help out anybody that I could. If you want a report, if you want me to run anything, I'll be happy to. In an older video, someone said, and let's go ahead and read this question here. Google just updated their algorithm to go after. Yep. So near me says, in an older video, someone said, what if SEO goes away? You said, well, then you look for how to. Not sure if you remember. How soon can you rank a GMB if someone says they will make you #1 quickly? Is it believable? I do feel that it's doable to do quickly. You know, I also, from doing it for a long period of time, luck plays a massive part. You know, people always showcase the wins. You know, they don't showcase all the misses. You know, I made a video on it from a while ago for New York SEO. Like, I showcased it, the video, the listing, like everything. I went and sold that listing, but it took me 19 tries, literally. Like, on the 20th one, I was able to get one to verify. Once I got it to verify, then it was nothing, right? But I didn't cover the 19 misses. So, you know, I think that it's doable? Yes, but you gotta be able to get the verified listing. You need to be able to get the right amount of traffic. You have to know what you're looking at, know what you're doing to be able to do it quickly, right? And then when things are changing every single day, you know, I don't know. It depends too on what you think is quick. You know, like 3 weeks is pretty quick. A month is pretty quick. But I've, you know, some people will be able to pop right in there depending on the listing. It also depends on what it's connected to and how authoritative that asset is. It depends on any of their history too. Is it a known brand or business? How trusted your account that you're making it in? Like, there's a lot of things that go into it. So, do I believe it? Yes. Not everybody can do it though, and it's a valuable skill to possess, I think. So hopefully that helps you. Laura says, show us how to hire good backlinks on Fiverr, please. Chris, hi, I think your face cam is slightly over. My face cam is slightly over? What do you mean by that? What do you mean my face cam is slightly over? What do you mean? Like this? I mean, I like it like that. Because I don't want it to be all up. You know, I don't want it to bleed over. And I mean, I can make this bigger if you want. Whoa! I don't want it to be too big. You know? So yeah, so please. Well, Fiverr might not be the place to be looking. You know? And two, like, you're gonna run through a lot. Like, I don't buy backlinks on Fiverr. The only thing that I buy on there, and I'll show you, is I have a guy on there, and I'm trying to get him off of there, but he won't do it. Oh, hey, I signed up. Oh, I want to bring this up. Somebody asked me, I got an email the other day, and they're like, hey, Chris, you know, I'll give you whatever the amount was, $100 to take the Fiverr test for me. And I was like, dude, you don't even have to pay me. I'll do it for free because I think it'll be fun. So I went on here with this account. This was just like a buying account, one of the buying accounts that I had. And so I like went through their little process or whatever. So it looks like maybe they've, I don't know, accepted me or whatever. The only thing that I get on Fiverr, though, to answer your question is Web 2.0 setups. Right? And I generally go on there and see if somebody's doing a quality job for dirt cheap. And I try to get them off the platform, and I entice them by paying them just a little bit more. So, like, hey, like, I just want to be able to message you, and I'm going to have them coming consistently. And I just want, because they usually offer other services too. So, like, if you get like a Web 2.0 builder, you know, maybe he has a whole plethora of links that he can do. Or maybe he can do, I don't know, citations, and maybe he's willing to write the descriptions uniquely. You know, like, I found my citation guy on Fiverr initially, told him exactly how I wanted it, and then that was it. You know, then I'm like, hey, let me pre-order this many, and then as I get orders, you can do them for me. Because making citations takes a long time. But the only thing I get on there link-wise, to answer your question yet again, is just Web 2.0s. Everything else is like, you know, I like guys on there to make me scripts for stuff. I like guys on there to make me tools. I had a dude on here, like this guy here, recently viewed and more. Like, you could see what I'm after. Look, recently viewed. I'll create a MERN stack. I'll do podcast promotion. I'll play your commercial in front of my 200,000 people. I'll design and build SaaS applications. I will do Python web scraping. That's what I buy, you know? So, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, here, look at, buy from your favorite sellers. Look at, you can see what I was buying. I mean, there's nothing, I don't buy, SEO stuff from Fiverr. I just don't do it. It's just not, you know, like, it's just, you know, it's just not what I do. You know, so I'm sorry I can't help you, my friend. All right, so let's go down the list here, Chris. So hopefully that's good. Gregory says, Chris, do you think it is worth it to pay Facebook ads to send people to your site? I hear many success stories, but I tried and it didn't make money. Well, you probably, you tried, what, one time, Greg? You know, twice, maybe 3 times. You know, that goes back to, like, you know, I ran into that too. Like you have to get to the flow, right? Like you don't just jump into it and then just hit. So like to answer your question, yes, it can be very helpful. It depends on the situation. It depends on the product. I've seen Facebook ads do very, very well for some clients, not for others. And two, like if you say like maybe I tried it like maybe once or twice or 3 times, like it takes a long time to get good, and you have to start dishing out. Like sometimes you feel like you're just throwing away money. Um, but like it's kind of like learning poker or whatever the case. Like sometimes you're gonna lose a little bit of money to learn, and you can't really learn because like I've gone through some like the training, like like they have those free training programs. I think I paid $10 or $15 on Udemy for like a Facebook crash course or whatever. And you could go through all this stuff, but until you get in there and you're like doing it and watching it and trying to get stuff to convert, and it's just way different. So can it be helpful? Definitely. Sending traffic to your site is definitely helpful. Sending it to other properties is helpful. Can it help give your brand a lift? Definitely. But then you have to just think back, like, can you cover the cost of whatever you're going to be pushing into there? Like, think of it as almost like a bet. Like, you're not going to go to the casino and bet something that you're not willing to lose, right? So that's how I look at it, especially when it's through the learning phase or the learning parts, when you're trying to see like what works, what doesn't. Like, hey, should I do video ads? Should I do photo ads? Should I do Google ads? Maybe, hey, core ads are pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of lessons there, brother. So I would keep trying. Don't put in anything that you're not willing to lose, and be consistent with it. And something that I've noticed with Facebook and any ad platform really is you have to keep, like, watch it, learn the numbers. Like, hey, this one's working, this one's not. What colors work, what colors don't work, what markets work, right? Like really, really look at it and be crazy with it. Because once you get the winner, it's going to keep winning for a long time for you. So hopefully that helps you out. The answer to your question in a simple fashion, yes, they're worth it, right? But it depends on it, it depends on what you have to spend. Like, like you're not going to reach the finish line with $400 or $500 or $600 or $1,000 or $2,000. If you got a couple stacks or thousands or whatever the case is, like if you have some decent budget to put forth towards marketing, then you will find success. That's it, man. So hopefully that helps you out. All right. Do you buy dollar links from Blackout World, or do you sell them possibly also? I don't think we give or sell anything for $1 per se. We generally do packages. But yes and no. Yes and no. Do they index the dollar links? You mean, are the sites indexed? Like, do the sites get crawled? The answer is yes. If you mean by index be in the search results, sometimes not, sometimes so. It just depends. Just because something's not sitting in the search results, though, it has nothing to do with if it's going to power something. The same with, like, a lot of these PBNs that, I don't know, maybe, like, we have a network right now where we sell very high trust flow links on, and all the sites are no index. They're no index follow. And every single, like, and dude, they work. So that's why I don't believe when people are stressing out about search results. Like, the whole site is no index. Well, at least a lot of the pages are no index. They're no index follow links. And they work. So that's why, like, search results don't matter. Like some of the main pages are certainly, but we will submit the sitemap. So in any case, I don't want to give away the secret sauce, I guess, but hopefully that helps you out, brother. But yeah, we do sell them, but we sell them in package because they're $1. And I have I have a few, and I did a lot of those dollar networks, $2 networks, like where you're selling packages for $50. I was even selling, I've sold all different types of low ticket stuff. You know, it's just not, it's not sustainable. You know, like I've even sold just lists on there. So like I've tried all different kinds of stuff and it's tough, man. All right, moving down the list. Chris, do you use Keyword Cupid? What is your opinion on how to properly cluster keywords, build silos and internal link pages correctly? That's what I need help with at the moment, please. So, I don't use Keyword Cupid. I know that my good friend Craig perhaps does. All right. I personally don't use it. As far as siloing is concerned, or keyword clustering, or whatever the buzzword of the week is, right? You know, for me, I'm going to put my most prominent stuff in my header, my footer, and anything that I want to rank, I want to make sure that I have those same internal links inside my body text. Now, however you want to do that, like if you want to sit and highlight words, or if you want to use a plugin if you're using WordPress, or if you just want to do sidebars, or whatever the case is, the process is always the same. I'm going to put it, whatever my main navigation header, my main navigational footer, anything that's important, which is everything almost, header, footer, and then everything else that's very, very important in a sidebar or a secondary footer. Then as I'm building out my silos, if I have a main page or a high commercial intent piece of content, that's going to go in my main navigation. When I'm building out other supporting pieces of content, maybe to answer questions, maybe to get even more longer tail key phrases, or maybe I'm answering a query of a related term, then I'll start siloing that out. But most of the time, like when we're building out stuff, the sites are really flat, you know, like I'm generally not going more than 3 deep, generally, you know, so I hope that helps you out. It's quite a, I wouldn't overthink it, man. I wouldn't overthink it at all, you know, and if it's not important enough to have linked or be in the body text, or if it's not important enough to have in the header, footer, and a sidebar or secondary sidebar, then I would be questioning, should I even be producing this piece of content? Like you're gonna see, like if I have a high commercial intent piece of content, you might only need one other piece of content to support that, and that's really just there as what, a link magnet, right? So I have to use the lavatory. I'll be right back. And two, like, even for my own, like I know that maybe mine's a bad example because I'm still building it, and I'm trying to take my time with things, and it's my personal stuff, and I have other projects going on, so it's not that important at the moment. Um, but like for me, it's we'll just take mine for example. Okay, I personally like to build top level category pages. So I'm going to have a top level category page. It's going to have SEO in it. I'm going to put my other blog posts inside of there, right? But this to me is just a top level category page. That's it. And then inside of here, I'm going to be able to go over to my articles. But the structure is flat. You see what I'm saying? And then two, like, you don't have to take it from me. Like, like another one, like if you go take a look at Backlink Go, right? I think that's the, and you just come into here, right? Like take it from this guy. I would consider him one of the premier SEOs, right? One second, I'm tying my shoe. I'm stumbling over my foot. Like if you come over here to his site, this guy ranks for crazy stuff. Yeah, I know he has a lot of authority, but you know, like I do it this way, he does it this way. You can go check Neil's site, he does it this way. Like you see this? Here's his blog. We're on blog. Like I wouldn't have named it blog, I would have named it a keyword, but hey, it's Brian Dean, he can do whatever he wants, right? But what I'm getting at is his blog is his top level category page. If you're he probably gets volume for Backlinko blog, so it makes sense for him, right? But what the point of it, the matter is, he only, and go look at Neil's site. Like he might have some supporting stuff as he was updating, but still the stuff that he wants to rank is flat, right? And then too, like everybody doing all these crazy, they're not crazy, but like when you go look at their stuff though, that's not hitting, it's not ranking, you know? Only build stuff that you want to rank. If it's really high competition and you want to build a supporting piece of content as a link magnet, then great. But everything else, it should be relatively flat. You're showing prominence because as you start building out the structure, you're showing less and less importance as you go. That's what you're telling Google. Plus then too, as it starts getting a little discombobulated, you're going subfolder, subfolder, subfolder. It's just not good. I mean, take it from the pros. Like you don't even have to, like, look at what's working for the top guys. Look at it goes right to the whatever the keyword is for the page. Let's go look at Neil's blog. Neil Patel. Okay, I guarantee he has a top level category page. Come over to Neil Patel. If Backlinko, if you know, these are the top guys, right? When we come over here, we go to his blog. He's got blog. Now, I would be surprised if he keeps blog in the structure. But it's Neil Patel. He might break the rules, but I don't think so. Let's take a look here. Let's see one of his pages here. One of his new ones. I don't know. Ad secrets from big brands. What's it do? So he does keep blog in there. So he's keeping the structure. I wouldn't do it. I would probably stick with Brian Dean's, but still, it's still flat though. It's only one hop. It's not like he's got a whole bunch, but let's come into some of his bigger posts. So let's take a look at just like, let's just look at Neil Patel. And I'm only using these guys just because everybody knows who they are if they follow SEO. Right? And I would consider them to be considered some of the main experts in the industry besides myself, right? You always think that you're the best. Even if you're doing SEO, you know that you're the best. I think everybody's that way. Like, you want to be the best. This is like for a nerd like me, this is like tackle sports, which I never did. I did wrestle in school. But you get what I'm saying though. These are top guys. So when I come into here, let's go. I guess we'll go to the blog. I don't know. What's some of his hitters? I really don't know. I don't. I never really came over here other than I just assumed. I've never been on here before. This is actually baffling to me that it's set up this way. Very simple. You know, I don't feel so bad about my site now. But here, what did he do? So he's keeping it. It's still flat, though. I mean, it's only one hop. He's keeping it in blog. Probably Neil Patel blog gets a lot of search volume. Let's take a look. So it's worth it for him to build up the blog page. Let's see. 590, not too much. But if we search SEO blog, who's hitting for it? Yoast has number 1, then Moz. Backlink goes number 3. And I used him as a... So he's got hub, content, blog, SEO. So it looks like maybe this is his silo. So let's take a look and see how he's setting up his silo here. Because now we're in a silo. So let's see what he's doing, right? So he marks it as hub, content, blog. So let's go see what's on content page. So we're in his silo right now. So let's take a little look here. Now let's go into content. Okay. So content marketing hub. Am I supposed to be in here? So if we go into the hub, so SEO marketing hub. So it looks like, okay, so we're going deep into his, the only reason why this is siloed, it looks like this is maybe some type of free, probably like is the link magnet of giving away something. Because it looks like here's this SEO marketing hub. It's probably like a giveaway or some type of link building asset of some sort, or traffic generation asset. And then it's siloing down, which makes sense. That makes sense. But not the pages that he wants to rank, though, they're flat. So I hope that clears that up. Because I get that question quite a bit. And it's a good question. It's a great question. But I wouldn't overthink it. Take it from the pros. Keep things flat. If it's not something you want to rank, should it be on the page? And if you are siloing something out or clustering something, then it needs to make very, very, very strategic sense to have that in position. Is it there for building links? Is it there as a buffer? You know, like, what is it there for? What's the support? And is it truly a supporting page? Or should that particular keyword that page is directed on, should it be on the original piece of content? I see that a lot too. Like with client stuff, I'm going through and I'm like, man, you have all of these pages, but they're all semantically related and you're fighting with yourself. You're competing with yourself for these keywords. These are related terms. They should all be included on one big post, you know? But be careful with that too. So I hope that helps you. I'm just trying to give as much as I can. All right, so Chris, so we took care of that one. Local says, forgot to add they want me to shoot drone footage and edit video. I love it all, but feel not productive how I want to knock everything out and feel like I'm doing my best. Dude, you're always, brother, you're always going to feel like that. You know, just as a human, you know, like you're always going to feel, well, not everybody's like that either. But you're always going to get in that rut, man. That just goes into a lot of self-talk. You know, just stay on your path. You know your overall objective, right? And then I'm always thinking to myself, I'm taking a mental evaluation. Is this act, or what I'm doing here, is this getting me closer to the finish line? With always having the finish line in my mind. I'm living at the finish line. And then I need to make sure that the actions that I'm producing are getting me closer to my goal. Always. Right? And then sometimes I'll veer away from it, and then you got to get back on track. So you're always going to feel like that. Forgot to add, and you're doing this, and you want to knock it out, and you feel like you're doing your, right? I get it, dude. Dude, it's, bro, I get it. But always, I'm always taking a mental evaluation though, man. Like, dude, am I on track? Is this my goal? Is this my purpose? Am I getting closer to where I need to be? Yes or no? And if it's not, then cut it, right? You know your objective. You know your goal. If doing drone footage isn't getting you to the finish line, then it's done. But that's up to you, brother. Anyway, so thanks for answering my question, Greg. It's a pleasure. Balassi says, how do we index backlinks instantly, like in hours? You know, I made a training, and it wasn't as successful as I thought it was going to be. So what I'm thinking about doing is making it as a way to generate leads. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it very, very cheap. It took me 2 months to figure out how to do these things. Right? And even like there's some public videos out on how to do this part and do this part, but they all leave out very crucial steps, which I had to go out and learn myself. So what I think I'm going to do, and to answer your question, is I think I'm going to do the training, which took me a lot of time to figure out, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll make that very, very accessible and cheap. And for like $9 or something, $9.99, $10. What I'll do is I'll make a page on my site, much like this one. I'm expanding this too. What I'm thinking about doing. Oh, and I want to thank whoever put this together, man. I made this list and I was so proud. Number 19. So that was so cool, man. That was so cool. I was blown away by that, man. That made that dude. That made me so happy. That was so awesome, dude. So Kyle, if you see this, man, thanks, man. That's freaking awesome. I forgot my train of thought. Sorry, dude. What were we? Oh, talking about the things. Yeah. I'm gonna make a page. This is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm gonna take that training. I was trying to get like 100 for it, which it's worth 100. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it $9.99, $10. I'm gonna make a page. I'm gonna rank the page, because here's what I did. I did a backlink analysis test on some of the 2 premier link indexing tools, right? One of them is Omega Indexer, and then the other one is Speedlinks. Now I'm going to do one more because a new person has emerged. I'm going to run a test live, just like I did the other ones, live, so there's nobody can never say, oh, this was this and this was that. No. I did it live, right? Like, there's no questioning it. I'll run the test, do it again, record it, take that, and then we'll do it again. But with my process, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the worst links ever. I'm going to take GSA links, right? The hardest, junkiest links. Run it through my process. I'm going to record the whole flipping thing. And then we're going to go test it. And I guarantee you that I get exactly the same, if not better results utilizing the same process. Like using my process, which I've been utilizing for myself now, or going and paying 2 pennies a piece per link, or a penny a piece sometimes. Like, I'm done paying 2 pennies a piece, or 3 pennies, 4 pennies, whatever, however many pennies. I'm going to keep my pennies and just do it myself, because I'm getting the same. I get the same results. So to answer your question, we're gonna create a page. But so let's take a look at this. Sorry for making that sound. So let's do backlink indexing. Let's see what the volume is, or let's see here. You know what? Let's come over here. We're gonna go in here to the keyword magic tool. And yes, I'm a SEMrush fan. People ask me, like, dude, like, I'll be honest with you. I tried to get on with the Ahrefs boys. They shot me down. Tried to get on with the Majestic guys. They shot me down. I tried to go with the, I went Ahrefs to SEMrush. And then, like, as I was, like, waiting in limbo, I started, like, asking. I asked Moz. I didn't get any response from them. They were like, they didn't even know I existed. Ahrefs got back to me. SEMrush got back to me. Majestic doesn't really, they're not really looking to do anything. So really, there was only 2 options. And I was thinking, man, I look at myself as like an underdog. So and that's why I chose to go work with SEMrush, because I love them. They've been really solid. I mean, I think that the new backlink tool is cool. People were asking me, like, why SEMrush over Ahrefs? The only reason is because they showed me respect. That's it. That's the God's honest truth. They actually gave me the time of day. That's it, man. You know, that's the kind of company that, you know, you want to work with. I got freaking clients keywords here. Just forget about this stuff. Oh my God, you guys are seeing everything. All right, so let's what we're looking for is backlink indexing. Hey, if you want me to run any reports, I'll do it for you. If you want, here, check this out. Here, I'll give you, look at edu. This is my personal list. This is my footprint for Scrapebox. Maybe I'll give this away. This is how I find them myself. I also have this. Look at here's 300. right? And then you could see here like edu links. So you could see like I buy them. I buy them too. Verified paid. Here's another list of verified paid. Like I buy them, I go out and see if I can recreate them, and then like what I told you during the first section of the video, like when you find one little pocket of them where it's easy, if they're connected to any other forums or like Harvard, like I found that Harvard link, right? I saw that they had a Harvard link and everybody and their brother had that Maps one, right? So I just went like looking around, like, well, what other like subdomains do they have? You know, like what else is connected to this? And I found it, I got it, I indexed it, created like 20 more of them, and then I made a video about 5 or 6 months ago, and I shared it with everybody. But yeah, that's how I do it, man. So hopefully that helps you. Let's go down this list though. So backlink indexer. So I guess that's the keyword of choice. So let's go see. So that's backlink indexing. Who's the big winner here? WooRank, Link Pro. I'm on the list, so that's really cool. Backlinkindexer.com. Never. Wait, I think I've used this one before. So if these are the top performers, dude, and they're charging a monthly fee. Like, dude, like I could show you how to do this for free, dude. For free. I could get you the same results for free. Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Dude, I'm going to go after this. I'm going to target this word right here. Oh, it's Matthew Woodward. Oh, man, that's going to be hard to beat. Charles Float's up there. Cool, man. So these guys are killing it. That's good. Good for them. Website indexer. So website indexer's got a little bit more volume. Website indexer. Let me see who's winning. Ahrefs. Okay, so I like backlinks. Backlinks better. Backlink indexing. So you got me off on a tangent there. Let me keep going through these. But yeah, I'm probably gonna give that away super cheap. I'm not gonna give it away because it took me too long to learn, but I'll do it dirt cheap. Matter of fact, if you guys are on here now and you want it, here. I'll come over here right now and lower the price. If you're interested in it, I'll teach you how to do it. I'll teach you my process. It's $10. I'm going to send out an email. If you bought it from me, there was only a few people. And there was only a few people, so. All right, let's log in here. Okay. So let's come into here. We'll go right in here to products. And we'll just go here to page 2. And what I'll do is I'll just edit this, right? And please note, you saw the amount of people there. I gave it to everybody in my group. So just so you know, which is like 25 people. So that goes to show you how many people. So I thought more people would be interested in learning how to index backlinks. I guess they weren't. So it's backlink indexing. Is that the word? Backlink indexing. Yeah, that's the one. So do I show up on this page? CHRIS. What am I down here? So, okay. So that's interesting. So backlink indexing. So let's, maybe I can't do that. I can't give it away for that cheap. Let's do $20. $20. That's fair. I think it's fair. I can't do it at $10. That's too cheap. All right. So you want to learn how to index backlinks? I'll show you how. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make a page on it. But I want to answer more questions. If you guys need anything, ask. I'll answer. I'd love to help you. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay. So thank you for answering. More than happy. How do we index backlinks instantly, like in hours? I can show you how to get them. See, and that's another piece too. I can show you how to get them crawled. Um, 9 times out of 10, they're going to get indexed, but it really depends too on that link. You know, so that's why you still hit that same percent, like 6 out of 10. You know, even like the way that I do it, which, dude, like getting them all indexed is relatively hard depending on when. And what I noticed too is the way that I show, it still works when there's updates. So just so you know. All right, Chris, I need a keyword report on Quora site. Also, if you know any product review sites, share the link. So Chris, I need a full keyword report on Quora site. I don't know what a Quora site is, but let me know and maybe I'll run that for you. For a service business page, would it be best to spin all the articles for all the competitors and have a lot of blogs? So for a service business page, would it be best to spin all the articles from all the competitors and have a lot of blogs? I think it could be helpful to maybe have some blogs that are related to some of that content. I don't know if I would just spin it crudely. You know, it's not that it's there has to be some type of better uniqueness there. You know, like I just did that for I did it for SEO Consulting New York. So I decided to write a new page because it didn't land like it used to. Like, yeah, I still got it indexed or whatnot. Like, I think it's like way down the page here. So let me see here, Chris. So see, this is 100% duplicate of one of the people here. The only thing I changed was the location data. But as you can see, like, it's far down the list here. It's way down the list. It's 100% duplicated though. It's the only thing I spun was the name. the name of the business and the location. So I'm writing out some unique stuff. So I wouldn't just spin it because that's basically what I did. You're not gonna hit unless it's low competition. So I don't know if I would do it that way. I would rather just focus the time, get something well written done, and just make it a lot more robust as far as like maybe video, you know, your lists, your unstructured lists. If you have to have a form, get a form. Like, just make it more robust, more imagery. Google's loving that right now. So I'd handle that. All right. So is it bad to have 2 review links embedded on a site? One showing the reviews and the other being a clickable link. Is it bad to have 2 review links embedded on a site? One showing the reviews and the other being a clickable link. Well, that's going to be prominently dependent upon who the affiliate is, right? For Google, I don't believe that that's that big of a problem. But depending on the affiliate, some of them have weird limitations. So I would look into that. But with that being said, generally, I'm going to use text unless I'm trying to do something else. The only reason why I would be doing embeds would be like if I'm trying to force like a cookie drop or something like that. So yeah. All right, so you are one of the best. I'm trying to be as good as I possibly can. Jan, thank you. Thanks for the great videos, Chris. It's my pleasure. It's 1:30 p.m. The time of day that is. LOL. All right, perfect. Drop a link in chat. I'm not sure what link you want. I'm not sure what you're after. But yeah. So hey, you know what? I should make a training. I should have like training here, huh? Maybe I'll add that in there. I just realized that I don't have it anymore. So it's the same website, chrispalmermarketing.com, but it's SEO.chrispalmermarketing.com. So that's where you go to get all the training and whatnot. I was thinking about moving everything over. That's a fun picture. I don't know why it's so big, but you just come in here, go to SEO training. Just come on down the list here, and bada bing, bada boom, indexing methods, 20 doll hairs. You know, trying to be fair. Going down the list here. Any thoughts on Menterprise? Not at the moment. I know a lot of people really like it a lot. For me, it's all about cost to, like, do I need to launch a bunch of subdomains with spun content? I don't. And I don't need to do that for $200 a month. It's just not in my wheel well. For $200, I could get a lot more done, So I'd rather buy a relatively okay domain for maybe $100 or $150 or $200, and then launch it and see if it's going to get some Google favoring, right? I would much rather do that than create a bunch of subdomains. And again, I'm uneducated on the tool, so I guess I shouldn't even be speaking on it because I really don't know. It's just not for me at this moment. But I have no idea. No thoughts yet, Kathleen. No thoughts yet. I'm super about backlinking. I discovered about it because someone told me I need some to rank high in Google. Is it necessary to have? I wouldn't, I would focus way more energy on creating here's what I would focus on first. Like, backlinking should be an afterthought to answering the query, right? Whatever you do or whatever you're creating your content on, Daydreams, whatever your website is about, if you offer a product or maybe you offer a service, the best way, whatever keyword it is, let's say you're a hairdresser in Phoenix, Arizona. If that's your word and that's your service and that's what you do, I would make the best page you possibly can to answer that query, right? If you're a hairdresser in Phoenix, I would have the best page. Like, I'd have video on there. I'd have walkthroughs on there. There'd be structured lists and unstructured lists. There'd be pop-outs. There'd be PDFs. There'd be videos on there, right? I'd have freaking 3,500 words of everything that they could possibly want to know about my service, about that business, and about that keyword. It would be the best answer for that query. That's what I would focus my energy on long before backlinks. So make sure that you have something that's pretty enough to appeal to more people, right? Because design doesn't necessarily equal rank, but it helps as a secondary factor due to people's perception when they land on the page. So the site needs to navigate properly. It has to have some type of good templating, right? But I would focus my energy way more on the content, answering the query as best as you possibly can. And then after you have done that, taking care of a quality design, that a site functions properly and fast, looks good on every device, I've written the best piece of content, then take out $100 and try to, or $200 or $300 and buy one or two of the best links that you could possibly buy and send it directly to that page containing that, again, hairdresser Phoenix, whatever your word is, that's the anchor text. All right. So that's what I would do. That's what I recommend to anybody. Focus on design, the content, and last links. I would sooner buy Facebook traffic and send it to that post, that if it was a blog post, or to that service page, before I'd go buy backlinks. Seriously. So be very cautious. All right, so Chris, how is Article Extractor coming along? It's coming along great. We will have the new finished product it should be this Wednesday. It's coming along great. It's a great framework. I should have baited it way longer. There's a massive difference, and it was a learning process for me as well. I've never had something that had more than just a couple dudes on it. Like I never had a lot of people using something, right? Not a lot, but more than 3 or 4, right? We'll just say that. So there was a lot of learning processes there. Um, Getting everything to work and function and servers and load balancing and scraping and getting API access and then getting it taken away. And then, like there is a lot going on to do just a very simple task. And all I wanted to do was be able to search a keyword and go and find me some articles that were, 10 years old, 20 years old. So that's its main function. Its main functionality is really good, but it needed to give me back more results. It needed to just be a little bit more seamless. As I was watching people and talking with people about it, they don't care about wait times. They just want to see way more results. As a secondary feature, it did find not only the content, but it would say, hey, this domain is expired or isn't expired. So that's like a third dairy. It's not secondary. It's like the last thing that it does. Oh, by the way, it can do this too, right? So that's kind of cool. But yeah, man, it's came along a long way, and this Wednesday it should have. Here's what's great. So this Wednesday it's been staging, right? It's staging. It might return results depending on when you're going in there. It depends on when they're working on it. So now it should give you 50 plus results back. It should show way more domains. I've loosened up the filtering of the domains, so it might give you a lot of red lights and green lights, but more content is what I'm after. Also, now what I did is I've included DOM detailer. So for the domains that are green, right, so they're expired, the content plus the domain, we'll be able to check metrics on the spot, and then have the opportunity to be able to just go buy them, right? So that's something that I needed. Yeah, I mean that's it. We wanted it to run a lot faster, give back way more results, go back a little farther. And yeah, just tweaking it to make it run just a little bit better. So yeah. So hi BB, great to see you. Hello to you. Um, Local business. So if you can share, how many income streams do you have? I mean, that's kind of so. All right, that's a personal question, but I guess I guess it doesn't matter. Um, so right now I've cut it down to 4 clients. So I have 4 clients. One of them I've been working has a lot of locations. Okay, so I guess that's one stream. I have a massive, I'm a co-partner on a very large affiliate product campaign. We have an affiliate site that has a lot of other sites that we manage, right? It all belongs together. It's all in like the same little circle. Okay, so that's the second one. I do consulting on a pretty consistent basis, on a weekly basis, so that's 3. Um, I guess I would consider like the training programs because it's like a drop in the bucket. I guess that would go with consulting. So training and consulting count as one. I think. Client work, consulting. It's technically my wife's business, but I'm in it. I own and have the license for the scale. So my wife's an auctioneer, so she has like her own little team that does cleanouts and whatnot. But because she's an auctioneer, and licensed with the state, it attracts a lot of foot traffic and people getting appraisals and stuff. So I run and operate a scale here. So I buy and sell gold. I also buy comic books and cards, only graded cards, graded comic books, and gold and silver, like anything, coins, anything, right? So that's another stream. I probably get about 9 people coming through with all different variations of gold or silver or coins or whatever. So that's another stream that's pretty consistent. So I have a couple clients. I have the affiliate project. I have the scale. I guess, and then the last piece is I have 3 partners that we sell. I call them one-offs. So, I have 3 partners that work with other people, where we sell like one-off services, like links and citation services, mostly links, press releases, things along those lines. Link lists, we do a lot of that. And I would say that that's a maybe 15%. That's a nice chunk. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. So some clients, the affiliate stuff, the consulting, the scale, and then the one-offs. So I don't know what that would be. Six streams, I guess. I don't know. I don't really look at it that way. I don't. I'm just that's it, man. That's what I do. That's it. And then I guess but this is, I do this because I like to do it. So I felt a shiver along my spine, and then it turns out that you're talking backlinks. Okay. I love how bouncy you are. Thank you, BB. Unknown user, regarding your main keyword, using your example earlier, hairdresser in Phoenix, how many ways can you rephrase your main keyword plus city before being spammy? Well, I'm not sure why. So I'm not sure what the objective would be here, or what you're aiming at, or why. Different variations, what within the same piece of content, like how many variations can I do? This is going to be dependent. You just want to be slightly above where the leading competitors are. Like you can really break it down and figure out, what's the variance between, and you can really figure out then how far above you can go, or how many variations you can do, depending on what's currently working, just going slightly above. So I would see what's currently working and then do that too. So show us, I'm not sure what you're saying there, BB. So daydreaming, thank you for the first answer. Now my second question is, I have written a 6,000 word plus article on weight loss product, and I made it about a month ago, and it's still not showing up on Google. Any advice? All right. So first and foremost, there's you're in a very competitive space. That's one thing. The second piece is that SERP calling for that many words? The third thing is what is the domain that it's housed on, right? Like it should have at least gotten indexed. Like it's not in from 1 to 100. It's nowhere to be found. I would start there could be a technical problem. There's a lot there. To just give you an answer, I don't want to send you on a wild goose chase. I would have to look and see, to be honest with you. All right. So I don't want to send you on a wild goose chase. There could be a million different things, but sounds to me though, like, if it's not from 1 to 100 for your keyword, like if you put your keyword in your title, your H1, and your URL, plus wrote 6,000 words of good content, not just like some AI stuff or like something spun up, like you sat there and wrote it, plus added 3 photos per 1,000 words, so 6, 12, 8, you have 18 images, probably a video, maybe 2 or 3 lists. It's broken down and chunked down into different paragraphs so it's actually legible. You're optimized properly. You're using the right amount of keywords, the right amount of times, in the right places, right? And your technical is good. Your internal linking is good. And you have at least 1 to 5 high quality links coming into that page containing your target key anchor text. If you have these things, then you probably need somebody to take a look, because that should be from 1 to 100 for that keyword. It should show up somewhere. It should show up somewhere. Did you submit a sitemap? Do you have an HTML sitemap? Is there internal links? Like, there's a lot. So I can take a look. Do you want to show me the site? I'll take a look at it. Or personally, if you want, I offer very small slots. You can sign up for 10 minutes. I'll take a look at you. I'll give you a guaranteed answer within that 10-minute slot. And we can take a look and I'll answer anything you want. So it's up to you. Or you can just put it right here and I'll do it for you right now. All right, so this message was held. If I want to join your Amway business. No, I don't know what Amway is, but yeah, I'm totally good. I really, and I've been trying to do this a long time. I've been trying to cut out all the client stuff, but you know how it goes, right? Like you start getting and reaching towards a specific goal, something comes up and they're like, all right, I'll take on somebody or I'll start working with stuff. Like I've been trying to switch over to the one-off sales and the training stuff for a long time, like since I started. And like I haven't been able to get away from client work. It's been so hard because it's like I need that recurring, like it's a needed thing, you know. Plus I like to stay busy. All right, so I gotta rock and roll though. I think I'm up on time, but we'll do these last two here and then I gotta go. How big the difference could be in traffic if I add a few links in the blog post on my website. Currently, I'm just posting these blog posts without any link in them to any other website. Well, you should be outbound linking. Like don't hoard, right? Like you should be outbound linking to other relevant sources. That's how the web works. You know, it's been, I don't know who proved it. I think just over the course of time, you know, like actually I did a test on that specific thing. I ran my own personal test. Like I know these guys get crazy with tests or whatever. Like they got like programs that do it and stuff. But I think I took 6 different sites. These are test sites that I've run tests on numerous times, all different kinds of stuff, just stuff that I play with. And dude, if you outbound link, that site will do better than the sites that don't outbound link. Same content, same everything. I was just curious. Is it a demotion? Does it hurt me? Does it help me? You know, so to answer your question, if there's something relevant that you can link to, even a competitor, right? Link out. Give them a follow link. Send out the link. It'll be helpful for you. So you should have at least one outbound link on your website that's going to something relevant. Most notably, it should be an authority, but I don't know if that's necessarily the key here. I think it's just linking to something that's relevant, like a little co-citation of sorts. So hopefully that helps you out. Post my website. Currently, I'm just posting these blog posts without any link to them. And then on top of that, too, make sure you're internally linking. I run into this so much. It's one of the first things that I do when I get with a client is I just go ham on the internal links, especially to pages that they want to rank, right? I want to get as much internal link juice containing exact match anchors and brand name to the pages that they want to rank. That's already, and all the power is already there. Like, take care of those internal links. Yep, just common sense. And hey, Chris, one of my websites is 7 to 8 months old. Was ranking on the first page within top 5 for a few keywords. After I embedded some relevant YouTube videos in it, it suddenly drops. How do I recover? Well, anytime you introduce a factor, you're going to see a dip, right? What not to do, and two, like if you see something happen immediately, I would wait for the recalculation. Give it time. Generally, when you send in something powerful, right, especially an embed, especially if it's a YouTube video that's an embed that has your link on it and you're completing the circle, you're gonna see a dip. That happens, you know. But I would pump traffic through there, you know. Get some traffic through that link. I would leave it there and I would give it more time. Not every SERP calls for a video. So if you're looking at the competition and there's nobody has a video, you might not need a video. But most of the time, I love using videos whether it calls for it or not. And the reason for that is because I can then start sending traffic through. I can get YouTube slash Google referral traffic going from a property and an asset that I control in through to my profile. So I would have gave it time. And then too, like I noticed this, like sometimes people introduce a factor, they'll get it dropped and they'll start changing stuff. You know, when you do something like that, putting an embed, creating a link on your site, a window of another site into your site. Be very mindful of what window you're putting onto your site. Also, I would start putting traffic through there. And then even more than everything else I just said, give it time. If after 10 days or 7 days you're still dipped, then I would maybe remove it. But I wouldn't jump the gun. All right. I see some pages ranking with nothing but YouTube embeds and 100 words. It's crazy. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, these things happen. How many words is this? 1,200 words. Yeah, that's almost right. And I'm thinking I want to actually include. So if you have any questions, I actually want to do something here. So maybe we'll do this together quick. I don't know. If you have any questions, duda.co. I have some stuff that I want to add into this. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And yes, I use this. I got a lot of strange messages. Yes, I use this for some of my clients. This is a personal account, but 2 of the clients that I have, I put them up on Duda. It makes it very easy for me. I'm not a design guy. The girl that helps me do a lot of the design, she also does a lot of the content spinning. One of the VAs that I work with, she really likes it. So, yeah. It's easy. So, hey, if she likes it, I like it. So, I'm totally cool with it. So yeah, I just use it myself, and what I want to do is I want to add in, and I'm not saying that it's like good. I actually dislike it a lot of times, but it does. She likes it, you know. So I go with the flow. whatever the deal is, whatever makes it easy for her to help me and manage my clients that I have, I'm totally happy with that. All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and get these up. All right. All right. So here's some of the testing that I was doing. I want to go ahead and get this up. All right. So let's get this up here. And all right. I want to get these up. Okie dokie. So here's where we began. All right. So does it work? Well, on this day we did this. And then I want to just fill out the rest of this blog post here. Okay. So I think I'm going to do all right. CTRSEO. Okay, so this so does it work? All right, so this section here, can I move this up? Okay, so the answer is no. Okay, because I actually don't want this here. I actually want it down here. Okay, so what do I gotta do to move this? Okay, so I can just move it. See, I can see why she likes this. I mean, it's easy. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I was really digging Webflow, but to be honest, between us, it was just a little bit. It wasn't it wasn't easy enough for the helpers that I have, right? So I was looking for fast, easy, quick. I just want to get to the good stuff, right? I'm not a design guy. I'm horrible at it. That's why I hired a designer. And I think that and I nothing against you guys, but I think the and I did this, and you can tell that I did this one, but this is my site, and I didn't want anybody else touching it, right? But like for the client stuff, they just have like a better I don't know, man. They just do a nicer job, I think. There's something about like you could tell like you go to a dude design site and then you go to a ladies design site and you look at them, right? Like if you tell somebody, okay, here's my niche, here's my product, here's the color palette that I want, here's my logo, right? You give them all that, and then you give, okay, here's the colors that I want, and here's how I want it, right? Like an outline. You give it to these two people. This one's a dude, this one's a girl. I guarantee you the lady does it better. I don't know why. I really don't. Maybe that's maybe I just haven't came across the right gentleman. But I do have a guy, he was building WordPress sites for me, right? I'll show you him, dude. He was when I first started creating some of the PBNs, like the $2 network, the $5 network. I had one that was called oh, what did we call it? I forget what it was called, dude. But we got this sick picture done, right? Like we had this, dude. It was the coolest. I had the coolest thread. It was so sick, dude. It's when there was this show that came out. I don't know if you guys ever saw this show. It's called Breaking Bad. So like we just ran with that, dude. It was crazy, man. It was good. It was a good little network. All right, so let me let's I want to get these up because I want to get them up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one here and then on the side of it. Wait, it won't let me do that? Oh, it will. Oh, okay. So wait, does it have to be done like all like fancy like that? Like I just want it to be on the side. Oh, maybe here's what I have to do. So let's see, this is why I hate it, right? Like you should see her in here. She's like flying doing this stuff. Me, it's like I'm horrible. That's why I don't design stuff. All right. Maybe I should just tell her to do it. I don't know. I don't. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll just take this and put it over here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so that's cool, man. And does it work? I get that answer a lot, so that's why I ran a test. Like I get that question quite frequently. So I was like, well, let's run a test here. Okay, so let's so here, can we duplicate this? Let's go and can I just like copy and paste? Oh, I can. Okay, 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 okay. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna just but see, I don't want all right, so I don't necessarily want to write this out, but I just want to get these up. So I gotta go and be a mom. See you later. See you, BB. So yeah, that's actually interesting you say that. I gotta go too, now that I think about it. So it's been such a pleasure. Thank you all so much. I was hoping maybe to run a few things for you. So BB, so wait, Anton doesn't work at SEMrush anymore? Interesting. Okay. So that's an interesting thing. BB, do you work with SEMrush, BB? Um I'm just curious. Do you or are you gone, BB? BB, do you work with SEMrush? Because that's an interesting name that you just said. And that kind of stinks for me, to be honest with you. So, dang it. Alright, so that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that he left SEMrush because he's a friend of mine. And, alright, so we're going to replace this one. And what we're going to do is we're just going to get all these in here. So that's going to be Palmer begins. We're going to set the normal range up. Okay. So that's the normal range. And then what I want to do is I don't necessarily want a heading in there. All right. So how could I do this effectively? Maybe I'll just make them small. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this for a second. Alright, so... Alright, I'm gonna have to think about that for a second. So, alright, y'all. I gotta rock and roll. I think it's lunchtime for me. I'm gonna go see little Chris. I gotta go home. Meet up with little Chris. Have some spaghetti. Spaghetts for me and little Chris. It's been a pleasure. I hope to see you next time. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. I'll make a video for you. I don't care. My objective is to help. All right. So let me know if I can help you with anything at all. You want me to look at your site? You need a report? Anything that I can do for you, keep it here. I'm also thinking about moving over. This has been driving me crazy, right? I get a lot of newer people coming in, right? And they're getting data from out and about that's just, it's not on point, right? So what I'm thinking about doing is starting another little like membership, but here on YouTube, that's dirt cheap, to where I can just provide the most value, like, and to be able to help anybody, right? There has to be value because of the information, and I want to keep it secluded. So YouTube offers memberships now, so I'm thinking about doing that. I'm not sure yet, but that way the videos aren't public. Like, I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be cool. So I'm thinking about doing that to be able to help more new people. So I don't know yet. I have to figure out times and stuff, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for spending this time with me. Just thank you. If I can do anything for you, let me know. Ask me in the comments. Anything that you need, ask me. I'll be more than happy to do it for you. Sometimes I get bogged down with work, but I will, if I see it and I can do it, I'll do it for you. All right? So it's been a pleasure. Thank you all so much. Many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.